Alright guys, before the video starts, I just want to say that I need you to please pay attention and don't click off the video if you get the answer you don't like. The question is Anakin a good actor or is he a bad actor? And if you don't like the answer, don't click off. Listen to the reason, please. That's the whole reason I'm making this video. So I hope you enjoy and, yeah, have fun. What is up, guys? It's your boy. I regret saying that. It's Black and White Viking here. And first off, I just want to say I love movies. Seriously, movies are my life. That's why I want to be in them so much. So right here, you'll see how much movies I own. Well, me and my family owns. And also how many movies me and my brother personally bought. We have so many movies. It's insane. So, like I said, I love movies, and when somebody says a movie I like isn't good, I'm gonna have to debate with them. For example, don't hurt me, but the Star Wars prequel. Okay, a close one. But I just really like them, and my next video, sneak peek, will be: are the prequels good or bad? Of course, all this is subjective or all my opinion, but a lot of the stuff I'm saying actually makes sense. My opinion, I feel, is actually the right answer, which I guess a lot of people do, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video, hence the name of the thumbnail, plus if the thumbnail works, and the name of the video, was Anakin a good actor? Well, I guess Hayden Christensen a good actor for Anakin? And, well, let's begin. So, it's as simple as this. Everybody always thinks Anakin is some... well, the way Hayden Christensen portrays him as robotic, and people don't like that he's monotone. And actually, he's not really that monotone. People just go in with the preconceived notion that he's going to be like that. Because maybe they watch the Attack of the Clones, and they've seen him like that, and they're... which... some parts he was, some parts he wasn't. But here's the part where I'm going to tell you that was actually that's the way Anakin would sound in real life. And I know you're thinking, well, what are you saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Then listen here, because it kind of does. It's like this. Qui-Gon, this is a quote from him. I don't think he said it in the main movie, but he said it in, I think, a book. Jedis are taken to the temple to be programmed. It's like this. When a baby is born, if he has a high count midichlorian, or a very affinitive to the Force, if that word works, the Jedis will take them and bring them to the temple to be raised to be a Jedi. That's why all Jedis are the same. They're always cool, collected. They get close to people, but not too close where they get emotionally attached. And this is how they do their job so well. But here's the thing. Anakin, when he went to the Jedi Temple to be trained to be a Jedi, was 9 years old. That's a big old 9. So he had 9 years of living like any other kid, or at least kid on Tatooine. He had a lot more freedom than these Jedis. He knew his family. Most Jedis don't actually know their family. He knew his mother. Even if it was only one person, it was his mother. And he was emotionative. He was expressive. He was a kid. So when he was taken from that environment and forced into another environment, it was conflicting with him. It's like you take a person from a different ethnicity who speaks a completely different race. I mean, language. Somebody from a completely different language. You teach them English. Even after 9 years of training, they'll, as in Anakin and stuff, Attack of Clones, obviously, they'll know their language pretty well, most likely. But they're never going to know it perfectly. It's as simple as that. So, moving on, Anakin is taken from his place and brung to the Jedi Temple to be trained as a Jedi. And like I said, Jedis are very calm, cool, and collected. Well, actually, if you've seen the deleted scenes of Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, you see him actually getting into a fight. Like, a fist fight with Greedo. Yeah, Greedo from, well, A New Hope. So, he's not some cool-tempered kid who knows the way of the Force. No, he knows the way. He doesn't even know that much about the Force. And then everybody's kind of expecting, since he's that age, that he should know this, but he doesn't. So, going into episode 2, he's more robotic. He kind of sounds a little robotic and monotone. It doesn't show a lot of emotion. And people will say,
oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi shows a lot of emotion.
Well, here's the thing. Obi-Wan was brought up by the Jedi, so he can talk like the Jedi and actually still incorporate emotion. Anakin wasn't. He's still learning this after 9 years. Back to about the language, you see how it fits in? You're never going to know it perfectly, because you started out with something else. So Anakin, yes, talks somewhat like a roll-up. That's because he doesn't know how else. He's conflicted. The biggest problem with Jedis are they get conflicted with the dark side and the good side, or the light side. And people see that as him being a bad actor, which he's not. Because, like I've said, because he's conflicted. Does he act the way he does when he was a kid, when he was most used to, or the way that he's being told to? It's hard to pick. And then it gets even worse when Padme enters. The person that he's loved for 9 years. If you have a crush on someone for 9 years, it's not going to stay a crush. You're going to be full out in love with them, even if you never see them. If you hold on to those feelings long enough, it's not going to stay a crush for long. So him trying to be suppressed, his feelings suppressed, that's just thrown out the window when Padme enters the scene. So everything he worked for is gone now because the person he loves is now there. And then people say that the scenes with him and Padme are cringy and bad because, again, Hayden Christensen's acting. Well, here's the thing. Back to the language is when you take someone and for 9 years they're learning this language, they go back to speak their old language, they're going to speak it pretty good because that's what they're started with. But they're not going to do it perfectly. You see, even if you know both languages fluently, the one you start with is always kind of the same, but kind of not. Because you're going to know both languages, and you're going to know both ways how to speak. But one way is going to be a little more closer to the other, and then vice versa. Because you know both of them. They're both in your mind. So he is still kind of like that. He has a hard time releasing his emotions. Plus, with the nightmares of his mother, it gets worse and worse throughout this movie. Not his acting, but how Anakin is, and why he sounds like that. Because he doesn't know how to feel. Does he feel normal, or does he feel like a Jedi should? And then, when his mother dies, his rage, the dark side, takes over. Instead of him being someone trying to be calm, cool, and collected, or just the way you usually see him, he's angry. You can see it in his face. The glare Hayden Christensen gives is amazing. You can tell that he's angry. And then he slaughters them. He gives into the hate. And then when he confronts Padme about it, the way he said it, he says it with hate. He says it with sadness all at the same time. You can see the emotion. People just don't want to see it because they think he's just bad. I don't even need to pay attention, but he's not. He's actually doing this perfectly. So then, moving into number 3, this is a long time after the death of his mother. So he's kind of gotten over it, but he still misses her a lot. But he can go back to how he was. And now he's with Padme. So he can also breathe again, you know? He doesn't have to always be either thinking about her or what's going to happen to her, you know? So, and then his emotions do really show when he's with Padme. You can see how happy he is to see her or how much he missed her. And then when he's told that he's going to have a baby, you can see it. He's conflicted again. He's happy because he's going to have a baby. I mean, when you're going to have a baby, everyone loves you, you know? But he's also scared because the Jedi cannot be married. They cannot have children. And, yeah, because they're family. Well, then you could say...
Well, Nick, this other Jedi, Hayden, had a family. What's up with him?
Well, the thing is, he had a family before the Jedi, I believe. Actually, I don't know too much about Hayden. I know he has a family, but I'm not completely sure why. Maybe it's time for a different video, though I'm not the most interested in Hayden. Just check it out, though. He's kind of cool, though. Rest in peace. Anyway, so Anakin's again conflicted, scared, and happy. So he's going back to monotone because he doesn't know what to do. Not Hayden Christensen, he's playing him perfectly. But Anakin is confused. He doesn't know. Is he happy now? Is he scared? Because having a baby is an awesome thing, but it's scary. And not only is he scared because he's actually having in control of a whole life, he can ruin it, but his faction, his religion, everything about it says no. And it's terrifying if you think about it. So, again, the monotone, it works because he just doesn't know. And moving through, skipping ahead, quite a bit actually, you see him getting confused and angry when he gets a chair in the room but doesn't become a master. You know, if it's on the "what" line, you can definitely tell that it's kind of an angry line, even if he doesn't really show it that much. You kind of feel it, you know? And skipping ahead even more, when he's on the scene, when he's in the fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's actually a big skip. But when he's fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi, you can definitely see it. The emotions are pouring out. And a little before that, do you remember when he's just standing there, with a single tear down his face? You could feel that was the passion. You couldn't understand. You didn't understand it, but you did at the same time. It was beautiful. And then when he's fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi, his emotions of anger and rage are all coming out because he thinks that Obi-Wan turned Padme against him. That's the person he loves, the person he has a child with, or is going to. And he thinks Obi-Wan has just made her betray him. Yes, his actions against Padme in that moment were completely irrational, but still, you can understand why. Even if it shouldn't have been done. So, and then when the devastating scene when he jumps and Obi-Wan with the high ground and he cuts Anakin. And Anakin's just screaming, "I hate you!" and well, that. Actually, there's a secret line that was taken out, and he actually says, "Help me," but they took it out. You can actually see his mouth move and say it if you watch the scene. But it's just so powerful. Him when he says, "I hate you," with the rage and the tears and everything. When he's burning alive and he's screaming, you can see that all the emotion is there. Everything is there. Because he goes from monotone angry, monotone happy, monotone sad. How Anakin is, because he's trying to be a Jedi, but he's also free. The freeness in his heart, the freedom in his heart is still there. But this time it's just all rage. The freedom is there. It's all everything. Jedi, gone. Sith, yes. It's just there. The rage, the passion, the energy. If people tell me he doesn't have emotion, that's a lie. Everything I've stated makes sense. At least it does to me. Him being monotone because he's conflicted. When you don't know something, you say, when someone asks you something you don't know because you're conflicted, you say, "I don't know." That's monotone. Is that not monotone? So he has to act like that because he's conflicted between his past self and his new self. And he can't act just like the rest of the Jedi because he's not like them. He wasn't brought up that way, you see? So then eventually he becomes Darth Vader. And you can see even when he's Darth Vader, he shows emotion. Darth Vader, throughout the whole entire series, never had emotion. I mean, the old stuff. And at the very end of The Last Jedi, no, not The Last Jedi, gosh, no. At the end of Return of the Jedi, you see him show his emotion, how he's happy, and also sad about what he's done. Of course, that's a different series with a different actor. But, you also, back to, the Revenge of the Sith, when he's Darth Vader, and he learned about what happened to Padme, and he just says no, you can feel the no. It's there. So when people say that Hayden Christensen doesn't show emotion, they're wrong. His emotion is there. It's just a little hard to see because they don't understand. Critics shouldn't be allowed to judge unless they don't know. I know they're kind of going from a people who don't know that much kind of standpoint, but still. Like, for example, people who are making the new YouTube rules, a lot of these people don't even go on a phone. They have like those old dial phones. They don't actually even go on YouTube. They don't even understand anything. That's kind of how it is. I think you should at least have some history and know why the actor is portraying the character like that. So, yeah, Anakin's a good actor, or Hayden Christensen's a good actor. The way he played the character, even though it's kind of seemed a little monotone sometimes, it's because he's supposed to. Even some of the same things he say, even if it is a little corny, it's still. I'm sorry, I had a little lost for words. I didn't write a script for this, but yeah, I guess I just kind of said everything. But I have a challenge. Actually, I didn't say everything. I just want to point out one more act of good acting he did. Remember when he had just killed Mace Windu with the Emperor? Remember that face? Remember the line, the "What have I done?" That was true emotion. So that's just another point. Challenge for you people. Everybody who watches this video, which I hope is a good amount, because this thing people really need to understand. I don't like it when people hate on actors because either they had one bad performance or they just think that they performed badly. Like Andrew Garfield. He got the Spider-Man stuff, but after that, I didn't really see much of him. He was kind of just forgotten almost. And that sucks because he was an awesome Spider-Man. And same with Hayden Christensen. I didn't really see anything from him after that. Now, I guess it was the Star Wars movies were made like the last 2005 was 2 years after I was born. But still, I didn't see much from him, and that sucks because he was awesome in that movie. So yeah, that's my challenge. Is I think I got tracked, but yeah, that's the challenge, guys. The challenge is take everything I said, understand, just listen, watch it again if you have to, and then I want you to rewatch Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, because that's when Hayden Christensen's actually in the movies. And I want you to think: is he conflicted? Is he happy or sad? Monotone? I need you to rewatch them and understand why I feel this way. So that's my challenge to you guys, and comment down below if you completed this challenge, because that'd be cool. Now, I do need to give out one shout out of this video, because the reason I made this video, well, I guess it's not the reason, but I got this idea from a few videos. There's a YouTuber called Star Wars Theory. He has over 1 million subscribers. He's awesome. And in one of the videos, or in multiple, he just talks about Anakin and how he acts and stuff. Not directly his acting, but why he kind of how he was. And though I don't remember what video that was, I would have just recommended it in the beginning. But definitely go check out his stuff, because that gave me the idea. I'm gonna make some more Star Wars videos after this, hopefully, because I love Star Wars. So yeah, that was the video, guys. I really hope it didn't suck that much, because I'm not the best at editing. And yeah, I really hope you guys learned something from this video. That was the whole point. I really want you to learn something. So, if you enjoy the video, that's awesome. That's good for you. That's the whole point I'm on YouTube. I'm not going to ask for a like and a subscribe. You guys can do that if you feel like it, but I just go on YouTube. I just post videos because I feel like it, you know? That's why I don't have a good schedule. Though if I get more subscribers, I will have a more accurate schedule. That's a given. But until then, I'm not have a good schedule, because right now I'm very busy. Which, I don't know. So yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.